Good morning, students. In previous class, we have been discussed regarding the concept of vertically projected body from top of a tower. So now we are going to discuss the same concept like that. So instead of tower, we are going to consider a balloon. So based on that, we will see some examples. Okay, we can see question. A stone is dropped from a balloon going up with a uniform velocity of 5 meters per second. If the balloon was 60 meters high when the stone was dropped, find the time taken by the stone to reach the ground. So this question is which is similar to the top of a tower, but here a balloon which you have been taken. So this is the ground, and then this balloon was at certain height 60 meters above. Here I am taking as like this, just to understand you. I am taking here as like this. This is a balloon, so which you can take example as a parachute, so which it will move with the help of a gas in upwards in direction. So here one person is there, so this height they have been given it as 60 meters. When we are measuring in upwards in direction, we can take it as a plus, while measuring in downwards in direction, we can take it as a negative. Okay, from this point, so what it is happening, this balloon is moving with uniform velocity, so that u is equals to 5 meters per second. Here we can tell here as answer in answer. So velocity of balloon is equals to velocity of stone, equals to velocity of stone. Why? Because from this balloon only the stone which has been dropped. So if you have been taken example, whenever if you are traveling in a train, so if you throw a stone, so what it will happen means that stone also it will travel some distance and then it will comes back. So that velocity you can take here as 5 meters per second. Okay, here, but in question if you have been seen, if balloon was 60 meters high when the stone was dropped, here dropped they have been given, that means in general dropped means we are taking u is equals to 0, but here this balloon also in motion, so that velocity equals to velocity of stone. With the help of this we should have to find out the time taken. So what it will happen, this stone it's moving in upwards in direction, so stone also it will travel some distance, it will travels and then it will comes to this point and then again it will reaches the ground. So if this is a plus x, if this is a minus x, we know they will get cancelled, and then here what's the displacement means, minus 60 meters. Here displacement, so displacement that s is equals to minus 60 meters, because this stone will travels towards the maximum height. At this point its velocity will be 0 and then it will comes down and then again finally it will comes to this point. So what we should have to find, time. So time which we should have to find with the help of kinematic equations. S is equals to ut plus half a t square, t value which we should have to find. What about here a is nothing but here a is equals to minus g, that is equals to minus 10 meters per second square. So a is equals to minus g, which is nothing but 10 meters per second square. So all terms we know, then we can find out the time. Minus 60, u value is 5, time period which you should have to find, minus half A is equals to, that's value is 10 into t square. 2 1 2 5s. The help of this I can take here as 5t square, that is minus 5t square plus 5t, that is equals to minus 60. If it move toward this side, I can get here as, which is nothing but, minus 5t square plus 5t plus 60, which is equals to 0. With the help of this minus, which I can multiply, with the help of this I can get here as, by dividing with respect to 5, I can get here as t square minus t, this is minus 12, which is equals to 0. So this equation, so which we can write here as like this, 4 into 3, 4 3s are 12, here we need 1, 4 minus 3, so t square minus 4 into t plus 3 into t minus 12 is equals to 0. Taking t as a common, we can get here as t minus 4 plus in this 3, which we can take as a common, t minus 4 is equals to 0. T minus 4 is common, which you can get here as t plus 3, t minus 4 is equals to 0. The help of this we can get here as t is equals to minus 3 and t is equals to 4. So time period always it will not be in terms of negative, so always it will be in terms of positive. Okay ma, next question, same concept but here they have changed the question. A stone is dropped from a balloon going up with a uniform velocity of 5 meters per second if the ball was at 60 meters high when stone was dropped. So find the distance between stone and balloon after 3 seconds. Here whenever this stone has been dropped, it will move some distance and then it will comes back and reach the ground. At the same time, what it will be happen, this balloon will reach in upwards in direction. That means after 3 seconds, example which I am taking, it will travel toward this point. That means in a time of t is equals to 3 seconds. So by the time what it will happen, this it will travels and then it will comes to certain point. This is by stone, for example, which I can take here as a 3 seconds. What's the distance between them? So if I am considering this is a balloon after some time, and then if this is a stone, so previously it will be there at this point. It has been traveled in 3 seconds and in the same way it has been traveled in 3 seconds. So we should have to find out the distance between them. Distance is a scalar quantity, we should have to add both. So first answer. So distance traveled by stone, I am considering as S1. S1 is equals to, velocity will be the same. Velocity of balloon is equals to velocity of stone, that is u into t, so plus half a t square, but a is equals to minus g, that's value is minus 10 meter per second square. So S1 is equals to, u value is 5 into 3 minus half into g into 10 into 9. So 2 1 2 5s. So S1 is equals to 15 minus 45. So that's S1 is equals to, which they have been taken here as, that's value is nothing but minus 30 meters. Why we have been obtained the answer as S1 is equals to minus 30 seconds. While moving in upward in direction, we can take it as a positive displacement, and then while moving negative in direction, we can take it as a negative. So it will move in upwards and then it will come downwards. That means from here to here it will travels minus 30 meters in 3 seconds. Next, distance traveled by balloon. So in this balloon, here they have been given uniform velocity. In uniform velocity, what we can take? We can take here as A is equals to 0. In a uniform velocity, there will be no change. So whenever there will be no change, acceleration is equals to 0. With the help of this, S2 is equals to U into T. That's which is nothing but S2 is equals to U value is 5 into time taken is 3. That's equals to 15 meters. That it will travels 15 meters. But what they asked, distance between stone and balloon. That S is equals to S1 plus S2, which is nothing but 30 plus 15. Here we should not have to confuse. Here this is minus 30 and this is plus 30 because it's moving in upward in direction, we have been taking it as a positive. It's moving in downward in direction, we have been taking it as a negative. But here distance they have been asked. Okay ma, next question. A tap drops water drops at 1 second interval. Find distance between third and fifth drop when sixth drop is just coming out from tap. Here they have been taken on tap. So like this, which they have been taken. So just to understand you clearly, which I am taking like this. From this tap, water drops at 1 second interval. What's the time interval between one drop to another drop? Means 1 second. Here they have been taken 1 drop. Okay. Find distance between third and fifth drop. We should have to find distance between third and fifth drop when sixth drop is just coming out from tap. That means this one, which I can take here as a droplet, that which is nothing but sixth. Before sixth, so it will be the fifth. This will be the fifth. Before that, it will be the fourth. And then this will be the third drops. Here they have been given just coming out from tap. Sixth drop, it should have to come out, but it does not fall. That means from here to here it will be 1 second. Here to here it will be 1 second. Here to here it will be 1 second. That means third drop, how much of this time taken it has been taken means the time is nothing but 3 seconds. So third drop, it will come from here to here, here to here, here. So before this, we'll be having second one, and then this will be the first one. But they have not been asked regarding this. They asked distance between third and fifth. So how much of time it will take means this will be 1 second, this will be 1 second, this will be the 1 second. So 1 second, 1 second, and 1 second. So total time it will take by third one is nothing but 3 seconds. And then fifth drop, in order to from here to here it will take 1 second. So distance traveled by that fifth, distance traveled by fifth, which I can take S5, and then distance traveled by third. So with the help of this answer, which I can write here as, here one important thing is before going to solve the numerical, you should have to understand the numerical properly. Then only it is very easy to solve the numericals. So distance traveled by third drop. So distance traveled by third drop I can take here as S3, so which is nothing but formula I can take here as ut plus half a t square. Here t, what it represents, this time is nothing but t is equals to 3 seconds. Why? So this is a tap corner, it should have to move from here to here, here to here, here to here. 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. After 3 seconds, third drop will be here. After 1 second, fifth drop will be here. So a value they have been given. A is nothing but 10 meter per second square. That's which is nothing but g, because of acceleration due to gravity. So S3 is equals to u value is what is the u value here? Water drops, that's 0, plus half into 10 into t square. T square is nothing but 9. So 2 1 2 5s. That S3 is equals to, I can get here as 45 meters. So distance traveled by fifth drop. After fifth drop, what will be sixth drop? Just it is coming out, but it does not fall. So from here to here it will take 1 second. So here t is equals to 1 second. So with the help of this, S5 is equals to u value is 0, 0 into anything is 0, plus half into 10 into 1 square is nothing but 1. So S5 will travels 5 meters. But distance between they have been asked. So distance between third and fifth drop, which is nothing but S3 minus S5. So what's the S3 value? S3 value is 45 meters minus 5 meters. So answer will be 40 meters. Here the question is very simple, but analyzing that question is very, very important. Okay, ma'am. Next question. A parachutist drops freely from an aeroplane for 10 seconds before the parachute opens out. Then he descends with a net retardation of 2 meter per second square. His velocity when he reaches the ground is 8 meter per second. Find height at which he gets out of a plane. So here first they have been given one aeroplane. From that aeroplane one person is falling down. That a parachute drops freely from aeroplane for 10 seconds. If this is aeroplane, just only as if I am assuming, so which it will be like this. Just assume that if this is aeroplane, from this aeroplane one person with parachute, what it will happen, he will drops for how many seconds? For t is equals to 10 seconds. Up to that he drops freely. Drops freely means which is nothing but initial velocity is equals to 0. Then he descends with net retardation. So that means from this point he will make downwards to reach the ground. This is the ground. A net retardation, that's here acceleration a is equals to minus 2 meter per second square. And then his velocity when he reaches the ground is 8 meters at this point. So what is his velocity means? 8 meter per second. Please try to understand the concept. Here this is aeroplane. from aeroplane one person is falling down with the help of a parachute. So first he has been dropped, that means here u is equals to 0. How much of time he has been traveled? For 10 seconds. Then how much distance he will travel? He will travel some distance as s1. At this point, which will be having some velocity here, that hits with a velocity of 8 meter per second. That means from here to here he will travel some distance. Along with that, here it will be having some velocity, that velocity which we can find with the help of this. So answer which I can get here as, so drops freely from an aeroplane. So distance traveled drops freely from an aeroplane. That's which I can take here as S1. For this, the time period I can take here as t is equals to, they have been given it as which is nothing but 10 seconds they have been given. U value is equals to 0 meter per second. With the help of this, S is equals to, which I can take here as ut plus half a t square. It is freely dropped, which I can take here as ut is equals to 0. So S1 is equals to half into, so a value is nothing but 10 into t square. So t square is nothing but, which I can take here as 10 into 10, which is nothing but 100. With the help of this, 2125, sorry, here g value which we should have to take here as 9.8 meter per second square. So if you are taking 10, so then we will not get the exact value. So for that, here in this case I can take here as a 9.8. With the help of this, which I can get here as 4.9. So S1 distance traveled is nothing but 490 meters. Okay, this S1, it has been traveled as 490 meters. After some time, what's its velocity? Velocity after 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, which is nothing but, so v is equals to u plus a t. Here v is equals to, g value is 10 into time is 10. So with the help of this, sorry, g value is 9.8. Here a is equals to g, that is equals to 9.8 meter per second square. So with the help of this, the velocity which I can get here as 98 meter per second square. Then what we should have to find? Here velocity you have been obtained, and then here distance. V we know, initial velocity this and final velocity this, a value is this. So distance traveled after 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, I can take here as v square minus u square is equals to 2as. This is the second case. This can act as initial velocity, this can act as a final velocity. With the help of this, s is equals to, substituting values, v final velocity is 64 minus u value, initial velocity which you have been obtained here as 98. So here I can write here as like this, sorry, 8 square minus 98 whole square by 2 into a. So 2 into minus 2, which I am going to get. So this is in the form of a square minus b square. What's the formula for a square minus b square? A plus b into a minus b. That is a plus b 8 plus 98 into 8 minus 98 by this is which I can get here as minus 4. S is equals to 98 plus 8 106 into 98 minus 8, which is nothing but 90 by 4. Here they ask the distance only, so no need to take the negative sign. So by doing this, finally we can get here as 2345 meters. So here they asked height at which he gets out from aeroplane. From which aeroplane means this is the total distance which you should have to find. This is equals to 2345 meters. So total distance is equals to 2345 plus 490 meters. So that is equals to, which I can get here as 2345 plus 490. So 5, 4 plus 9, 13, 4 plus 3, 8. So 2835 meters. So that is the total distance. In this case, we should have to find two types of distances. One is first freely falling body for some time, then distance traveled with some initial velocity and final velocity with some retardation. So we can find the total distance.